Home teaching. What is it? Is it a form of reactivation and support for fellow church members? Is it simply a program established by the church shortly after the church was organized? Or is it, in the words of Bruce R. McConkie, a way for us to watch over the saints and strengthen us? Brethren, this isn't a new concept. Home teaching is an institution that is vital to the brotherhood and sisterhood of the members of this church. So, brethren, on that note, let's each and every one of us get out there this month.
Here we go again.
And let's do our home teaching.
Oh, boy.
President Mason, turn the time back over to you.
Thanks, Joel. Brethren, I recall my first experiencing home teaching. I was a young Aaronic priesthood holder growing up in a small town in southern Idaho. Dad was my home teaching companion. We were to visit Sister Tuttle, a young widow with 17 children. It was during the Carter administration, and back then gasoline was in short supply. I remember asking Dad if we'd have enough gasoline to make the long journey to Sister Tuttle's farm. Dad said, "Son, we're home teaching. It'll be okay." And it was. It was there on the dusty roads in southern Idaho that I learned, despite facing fear and opposition, home teaching must be 100%. So, brethren, I encourage you, get out there and be 100% home teachers. Okay, can we get a volunteer for the closing prayer? The new guy, Brother Parker. Thanks.
Before thee, not so much.
What's going on? What?
We're so grateful, and we give thee thanks. And furthermore, please bless those of us who are not so grateful. And furthermore...
I'm in! Hey! Oh, man!
Jordan, show your dad your picture of the prophet.
Yeah, she's a natural. All right, honey, let's find Joe. Find Joe.
Let's move.
Take your sister to the car, please.
Can I pull it around?
Just get your seatbelts on.
Okay, these are really good, so make sure you eat them in your cars, okay? This one's for you, Jane.
Hey, but I didn't get one!
Have a Tic Tac.
All right, sisters. I want each and every one of you to close your eyes and think of...
Daddy, make me have to pee.
Oh, look great, ladies. Move along. We got exits here and here.
Bye-bye.
You don't have. Hey, good lesson.
Yeah, you could have waited.
I did.
In the hallway.
Babe, I needed to cry. Ooh, nice timing.
You let her drive?
Honey, they have their seatbelts on.
Nelson Parker. I just moved in.
Wonderful. Welcome. I think you'll like it here. Well, see you around.
Whoa. Tried to catch up with you after priesthood, but you kind of disappeared.
Yeah, we're kind of in a hurry.
Well, briefly, I'm your new home teaching companion.
Oh, good for you.
President Mason just gave me our list of families. Thought we could get together and set some appointments up.
Absolutely. You know, we gotta go, but do what you gotta do. Set them up, give me a call, and hey, it's great having you with us. See ya.
Hey!
Sorry, she's only 11. Hallelujah.
Come on, let's go get the post change.
Go, Sunday afternoon football. The Vikings have elected to receive. Very excited about that, as you can tell.
I missed the
Given
coin
that the
toss.
Rams are coming in at full. What do you think about that there?
Ooh, looks good, ladies.
Okay, will you please bless the food, Janie?
Dad doesn't bless his.
I know.
If he doesn't bless it, is he gonna get sick?
No, Daddy's not going to get sick.
So why bother?
Because we also give thanks, ladies. And there's a timeout. Go ahead, Jenny, quick one.
Go the first play from scrimmage. Looks like Johnson takes it. He's dropping back. He's going to pass on the first down. Dumps it over to Donovan. Donovan runs by. Oh, he gets about 10
that's my
yards.
boy right there.
Knocked out of bounds by Clifton Davis. Davis, of course, is having one heck of a season. And looks like they're sweeping right on this play. He's continuing to sweep right. And looks
Oh,
Oh, we got a big swing tackle coming. He's not going to make it. They're just going to push it right out of bounds. And there he goes. He's just going down. We got some wrists going down there, too. Where's the
Rag!
Oh, great.
Now, if you're going to start off like that, you're going to see a very
Where's the flag,
memorable
Rag?
game. These
Oh.
guys really need to get control early.
Hello?
Hi,
And
Sister
they
Blazer.
have not
Uh-huh.
been
It's your
so
husband there.
Yep, just
Man,
one
we're gonna
second.
just move right on to
Greg,
second down.
telephone.
Looks like about
Take a
second
message,
down and 4
babe.
yards to go.
Greg.
And, okay, let's see what happens on this move. Takes a snap. He's going to drop back.
Yeah.
Brother Blazer, it's Brother Parker.
They stop the clock.
Brother Parker.
Yeah, Nelson Parker from the ward. We're home teaching companions. We just met.
Have a possible
Oh,
injury.
yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
Hey, I just spoke with the Maury family. They said that we could meet with them.
Yeah, sure, whenever. Just let me know when.
15 minutes.
What?
I hope that's okay.
About this one.
I thought we were shooting for next month.
Yeah, but it's still this month.
It's the last day of this month.
Exactly.
I don't ruin the honeymoon, baby. I was thinking we could start fresh next month. You know, kind of warm into it.
Oh, wait. Now, it's still this month, right? And then you said to do whatever I needed to do and then give you a quick call.
Takes a snap. He's dropping.
Right.
Oh, it's a drop play right up the middle, and he gets a first
See,
down.
we just
First down,
sat
second
down.
Look, we can be done with our entire list of families in an hour and a half, 2 hours time. That gives us a half hour per family with a little room for the spirit. We can knock out our entire list of families this month in one single shot.
Yeah, like I said, we just sat down and we're right in the middle of it. Oh, and there's the door. Oh, it's more than likely family, I'm sure of it. Wow, what a madhouse. Give me a call next month. Send them up whenever you want. Except for Sundays. Sundays are bad. Family come over kind of like now. And Mondays are horrible too.
I would discourage Monday nights as well. Family home evening.
Yeah, that too. Listen, I gotta go. Somebody's here. Oh, hi, Grandma. Grandma, it's on the left. How many... Old people. You gotta tell them where the bathroom is every time. So, what a surprise.
First down at 10 for the 44th. And Johnson takes it back. He's swiveling left. He's going to the left. He keeps it out. He just runs right out of bounds. That was unfortunate now because it's going to be second down at 12. Second down at 12.
So, what are you going to do? Tell him you're not going so you can stay and watch the game?
Could you tell him?
No.
Oh, man.
Fake an injury.
Ooh, that's not bad.
No.
Works for me in PE.
Thanks, Joe. Can you finish eating, please?
You could be in labor.
Greg, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Your next point's good?
So not funny.
What happens? Third down at 1. Do not touch that dial. I'm talking to you. Do not even touch that dial because we've got...
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna go home teaching with him.
But I don't want to. It's the last day of the month.
Greg, think of the blessings.
Honey, the scriptures are very clear that if you do something with that real intent, it profits you nothing. So I might as well not go and not get blessed anyway.
He's got a point.
Thanks, Josie.
Listen, you said you want to have another baby, right? You go. Oh.
Promise me you won't come back until you're finished.
It could take all night.
It won't.
Better not. Okay, your grandma all fixed up. Let's roll.
Okay. You want to change first? Maybe a tie?
Yeah. Been in this all day.
Oh, by the way, I grabbed your enzyme. My subscription hasn't been forwarded yet.
Uh-huh.
I know we haven't had a chance to look at this together, so we're just going to kind of have to wing it.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa. I'm not worried, though. I saw you reading it in priesthood. Oh, no. How did that happen?
Ooh, that keep us from going.
Yeah, don't fret. This probably set us back maybe 15 minutes or so. Why don't you time me? $18 minutes, 41 seconds. Really fast. You know, frankly, I don't remember lug nuts ever being that tight.
Yeah. Look, I'm a mess. Is there any way we can do this some other time?
No. Our appointments are set. Our families are expecting us.
Fake an injury. Works for me.
Oh. Oh!
What happened?
I'm falling! Oh, my leg! Oh, I'm so clumsy. I've ruined everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna go inside. It's cool. Go on. Do it without me.
You okay?
No, I got it. Oh, pain. I'm dying. My ankle. I mean, my leg. And my leg.
Oh, would you mind not tapping your foot on the dash? Thanks. It's my mother-in-law's car. She's been pretty ornery with me lately, and she'll be upset enough as it is with the tire and all.
All right.
So how long you been in the ward?
About 5.
All right. I just got transferred from Waco, Texas. I'm the new regional manager for Speaking Scriptures.
Waco. How ironic.
Oh, hold it right there. I've heard them all.
So, what'd you say your business was?
Oh, we do the scriptures on compact disc.
And Shem begat Aphia.
Hey, with over 200 in the collection? Oh,
Salah.
they really bring the scriptures
And
to life.
Salah begat Eber. Jehoshaphat begat Rehoboam. Rehoboam begat Athia. Athia begat Asa.
You know, with a minimum obligation up front of 50 CDs, and then 1 CD every other month for like the rest of your life? It's a pretty great deal. Jaziel begat Josephat. Josaphat begat Uriah. Uriah begat David.
Uriah begat David. David begat Gorgonzola. Gorgonzola.
Okay, we're gonna need to skip over the opening song because we need to be at the Terry's by 1 o'clock.
What? We're doing this again?
We've got 3 families. I thought I mentioned that. You must have been helping Grandma at the time. What do you know about these guys?
Who?
The Morris.
They're in the ward.
Do you know Pat?
Yes. I think she used to visit teach my wife.
Pat's the husband.
Right.
Smells delightful.
Thank you. We have family coming for dinner.
Oh, that's nice. You know, Greg had his grandma over before we came. So how are the Morys?
Well, it's been kind of tough. Me being out of work and all.
Oh, really?
Corporate layoffs.
Huh. Brother Blazer, did you know that Brother Maury was looking for work? What? Pat's looking for work.
Yeah, I heard that, or yeah, I've heard that, or something. Ah, yeah, it's gonna be rough, Pete. Be strong though, man. Got a bathroom and kitchen?
Yeah, upstairs, end of the hall.
So, hardwood floors throughout the entire house?
Welcome back to Viking Stadium. We're here about 4 seconds left in the first quarter. The Vikings going to take this last play and see what they can do with it before heading off into the second quarter. Quarterback takes the snap, and he's right back. Oh, he's getting chased all over the place. Now he's going right as he whips around, goes to his left, and he's scooping past it over to Johnson. Oh, Johnson's going to take it.
And with over 200 CDs in the collection, it's a pretty great deal. In fact, how many of you kids know who Josephat's father was?
The five, he's in there for a touchdown, untouched.
Yes. Poor guy. I've been there.
And here we go for the point after attempt. And the step. Oh, the holder takes it. He's whipping around right side, baby. He's got a two-point conversion. The Vikings go up by 1 point. I don't believe it. This is a great way to end a...
Shindigo begat Rehoboam. Rehoboam begat Athea. Athea begat Asa. It's a lot of fun when you really get into it.
Bad gnome.
I was on a national clogging team for 4 years. We toured the entire country on buses. Buenos tiempos. Say, do you kids have a favorite primary song? Let's see. Oh, yeah. On the ocean. By Nemo. Give, said the little stream, give, oh, give, give, oh, give. Give, said the little stream as it did. You guys are great. Good times.
Why is the cat wet?
She probably just stepped in her cat dish.
You have a nice house, by the way.
It's going to be hard to leave.
You're leaving?
We plan on downsizing.
Oh, crap, that's hard. I had to leave a wonderful place in Waco.
But we made a lot of improvements, so I think we've got some equity in it.
That's how you're gonna beat him, Greg. That's how you're gonna beat him, baby. Yeah. Oh, ow! You naughty, naughty gnome. You, my friend, are a genius.
A football game?
I didn't know the toilet would overflow. Stupid gnomes. How you doing?
Just leaving. We're the home teachers.
Get out of here.
Just leaving.
Hey, man. Dang. Oh.
A lousy football game.
Hey, watch it, pal. I just got attacked by an old lady and flushed down a toilet.
We didn't even get a chance to leave with a prayer.
Pete was praying.
Pat. It's Pat. I don't even think we can count this as a visit.
Hey, we helped clean up a little bit, and we scheduled the scouts to come patch the ceiling, so that's got to count for something.
Unbelievable. A wedding dress?
Oh, for crap. It's the only thing I could find. And what's the point anyway? They've been married for years.
That's it.
Thank goodness.
I'm sorry?
Thank goodness that's it.
That's not it. We're going to see the Terrys.
Oh, I'm not going to the Terrys.
Yes, we are. It's the last day of the month.
I don't care if it's the last day on the earth. I'm wet, my back hurts, and I'm not happy about riding the log flume in there.
If you think that we're finishing this month on a note like that, you are sorely mistaken.
So what, you kidnapping me?
If you want to call it that.
Kidnapping's a crime, by the way.
So sue me.
This is not gonna look pretty.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry for getting upset back there.
So you taking me home?
No. But I am going to do you a favor. It's pretty obvious your wife wanted you to come, am I right? You see, in my family, failure was not an option. My dad was military.
Yeah? Well, my dad was a workaholic and died on the farm. So in my house, it was quit while you're ahead.
Okay. If you want me to take you home, I'll take you home. I'll just finish the rest on my own. It just seemed like your wife really wanted you to come.
You just hit 100% on your home teaching. A perfect month. What will you do now? We're going to Lagoon.
Kadesh begat Bela. Bela begat Abram.
So do they know we're coming?
Begat Steve.
We got the appointment set. About 3 blocks from here.
All right, let's just pop in, say hi, get out before we break something.
You got it.
Begat Mariah. Mariah begat Zuzim.
Is there anything else we can listen to? This really blows.
Hey, those are the scriptures you're talking about.
That's not the scriptures. That's that guy. Get Bueller. Get anyone.
Okay, fine. We'll listen to something else. How about a little music?
Sure.
Here we go. Oh, this stuff really moves. Terry. Nelson Parker.
Stupid gnome.
Brother Terry, good to be with you.
Yeah, thanks.
So how's everything going?
Well, you know, what with the death and all.
Somebody died?
Yeah, my sister-in-law's great grand uncle.
We're so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's it's been devastating.
Well, the message for this month is...
Whoa. Well, look, I've already been home taught in my own ward.
We'll be on our way.
Just a minute. What do you mean your own ward?
I'm dissing. This is my brother Donald's house. I'm just in for the weekend. You know, when you guys called, I thought you were bringing over a casserole or something. The memorial service is in Vernal.
On a Sunday?
Well, I'm sure the old man had other plans.
We are not going to a funeral.
It's not a funeral, it's a memorial service. And you said you'd go.
I said go to their house, not Colorado.
It's not Colorado.
Well, it's about that far.
Look, we have a responsibility to visit this family, especially in their time of need.
Oh, yeah, he seemed really shook up back there.
And I'm sure he appreciated you offering to buy takeout. But the core family needs us.
That's like 3 hours. Oh, man.
We'll be just fine. We'll call Sister Schumann, let her know that we'll be visiting her a little bit later this evening.
We? You got a mouse in your pocket? This is it for me. And I'm already way beyond the Call of Duty.
I'm glad you're finally seeing it that way. I'm proud of you.
The world has need of willing men to wear the workers' seal. Come help the good work move along and put your shoulder to the wheel.
Church has need of helping.
Yeah, we're going straight.
Dude, I'm telling you, take a right. It's shorter.
No,
Take a right.
We're going straight.
Work to do is here for you, so put your shoulder to the wheel. Put your shoulder to the wheel, push along. Do your duty with a heart full of song. We all have work, let no one shirk, so put your shoulder to the wheel. Put your shoulder to the wheel.
Hey, you mind pulling into that station over there? My ceiling tile's starting to shake.
Put your shoulder to the wheel, push along.
Hurry it up.
What do we have here, gentlemen?
14-7, Vikings.
That's what I'm talking about. Nachos.
What the? Oh, you've got to be... What took you so long? We're late as it is.
Oh, there's way more chafing than I thought. Seriously, it's a good thing we stopped when we did. Sprite?
No, thank you.
Come on, road food. Be good for the both of us.
Purchasing food on Sunday is breaking the Sabbath.
How about a companion warming gift from me to you? Come on, how can you say no to a gift?
No, thank you.
You seriously need to lighten up. You know what? It's not Fast Sunday, so there if you want it.
I'm not going to drink it, so we might as well get rid of it. It's a slippery path to hell, neighbor.
Really? At least I'll know what it sounds like when I get there, Brother Koresh.
Hey! Those are demos!
Yeah, they need to be demoed.
We need to go out and get that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Get it. Now.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, should have blessed these babies before I ate them. I need 5.
Somebody real hard after a game last week. He's taking a week off under the coach's discretion. Coach Skipper said he could not have that sort of influence in the game and on the team members. So here we go. First half.
Of all the planets in our universe, there is only one we know can support life. Just the right distance from its sun, with a perfect climate. It's been called the Lucky Planet. About 5 billion years ago, a huge asteroid crashed into Earth, tilting it at an angle of exactly 23.5 degrees to the sun. This cataclysmic accident turned out to be nothing short of a miracle. Without that crucial tilt, everything would have been different. For it created the seasons, the extremes of climate, hot and cold, and landscapes of spectacular beauty. The perfect conditions for life on Earth. All life on Earth is built on chance and powered by the sun. But the delicate balances of our world are faltering as the planet struggles to support our growing demands. This is the time to take stock of what we have and what we stand to lose. We follow a year on Earth, joining our fellow creatures as they battle to raise their young in a world that is rapidly changing. January, the high Arctic, and there has been no sun for over a month. At this time of year, it's permanent night. Male polar bears are on winter patrol, but there is little to eat. Every living thing is just waiting. February, and the sun makes its first appearance over the horizon. This female bear has been underground in her den the whole winter. She toboggans down the slope, Perhaps it's just to clean up her fur, but it looks like sheer joy. She hasn't been alone down there. Her cubs were born underground. They're 2 months old, but this is the very first time they've seen the light of day. They are drawn to their mother's calls. But these slopes are not the easiest place to take your first steps. The cubs haven't been fed this morning. The mother has delayed their first meal on this special day. Hunger will draw them to her. It's the beginning of their training. Milk is the only food the cubs have known since they were born, deaf and blind, beneath the snow. The mother hasn't eaten for 5 months and has lost half her body weight. She's giving the last of her reserves to her cubs. She can't leave yet in search of food. She's trapped on these slopes until the cubs find their feet. It's a trial female bears have always endured. Every year at this time, female bears need food desperately. They know they must get down to their hunting grounds on the ice. What they can't know is there's a problem waiting for them there. A new problem. Our planet is warming, and the sea ice is melting earlier every year. This is the only place the bears can hunt for seals. If they don't make it there before the ice breaks up, their families will starve. So far this year, the ice holds firm. Firm enough to support the male polar bear, the father of the cubs, as he searches for his prey. He won't help the female. Instinct makes him fend for himself alone. "10 days later, and the starving mother is trying to lead her young down to the sea ice. They've found their feet now, but they still don't share her sense of urgency. At last, everyone seems ready for the journey. But it may already be too late. A few miles from the coast, the ice is already breaking up. She's leading them into an increasingly dangerous new world. It's unlikely both of her cubs will survive their first year out on the ice. March, and much of the north remains snowbound. A 1,000 miles south of the Bears, stunted conifers are still locked in ice. They mark the tree line of our planet and the start of the taiga forest. This vast belt of trees forms an almost unbroken circle around the north of the globe. It's one of the last great wildernesses. These conifers have needle-shaped leaves, virtually inedible, so the forest supports very little animal life. In this silent world, the snow is rarely marked by footprints, and those who do live here are so hard to glimpse. They're like spirits. The lynx roams hundreds of miles in search of prey. It may never visit the same patch of forest twice. This creature is the very essence of wilderness. There are as many trees here as in all the world's rainforests combined. 1/3 of all the trees on Earth. As spring creeps up from the south, the taiga is unveiled. It's now that this forest produces so much oxygen that it refreshes the atmosphere of the entire planet. April, and life starts returning to the far north. Visitors flock to this haven from all over our planet. They've come to make the most of the brief flush of spring food and to have their young. In this changing world, every new generation is precious. Caribou travel north, following the thaw. more than 3 million of them, in vast herds crossing the tundra. Some herds travel more than 2,000 miles every year in search of fresh pasture. It's the longest overland migration on Earth, totally dependent on vast open spaces. They are constantly on the move. If newborn calves are to keep up, they must be on their feet and running the day they are born. These vast herds don't travel alone. Wolves shadow them all along the way, and they're hungry. At first, the attack seems casual, random. But this running at the herd is a tactic to generate panic. In the chaos, the young can be separated from their mothers. Now it's easier to target an individual calf. The calf may be young, but it's capable of outrunning the wolf if it manages to keep its footing. By this stage, the odds are even. Either the caribou will make a mistake, or after a mile or so, the wolf will give up. April in the Arctic, and already the sun never sets. But further south, the sun works its magic in more gradual, familiar ways. These are the forests that we know well, the broad-leafed woodlands of Europe and North America. More than any other, these have been crowded out by towns and farmlands. Only fragments remain. Summers are longer here, and deciduous trees can flourish. They're far more edible than conifers, so these forests bustle with life. Spring has also come early for the mandarin ducks. The female is leaving her nest high in the treetops. It's her job to lead the way. It's a long way down for a maiden flight. A few calls of encouragement are needed here. There are still 2 missing. Only 2 days old, and already one great adventure behind them. What will the rest of the year hold for our planet's latest recruits? This is the legacy we've inherited, thanks to that all-important tilt of the Earth's axis, the rhythm of the seasons. The transformations of our world year on year. A seasonal cycle that seems increasingly unreliable. But there are parts of our world that have no seasons. May in the tropics, but there is no spring. Here the sun shines for 12 hours a day, every day of the year. This is what allows the jungle to grow unchecked and supports so much life. Rainforest now covers a third of the area it once did, a mere 3% of our planet's surface. And yet, it contains more than half of all the plants and animals on Earth. The rainforests of New Guinea are especially precious, home to 42 different kinds of birds of paradise, each more extraordinary than the last. This is a particularly rich forest, so the six-plumed bird of paradise has no problem finding food. He can concentrate on more important tasks, like tidying up his display area. He's obsessed with housework. Everything has to be spick and span. Finally, the stage is set. It's a virtuoso performance. Unfortunately, no one was watching. This contender is called the superb bird of paradise. This magician has a special trick. First, he advertises his show, calling to attract a female. With the audience in place, the show can begin. She just has to have been impressed with that. She retires a little way off to consider her verdict. After all that effort, can she still have doubts? You can't help feeling deflated when even your best wasn't good enough. "3% of our planet, 50% of its plants and animals. Nowhere is there more at stake. These tropical forests enjoy 12 hours of sunshine all year round, but they also need lots of rainfall. As weather patterns change, there are already signs that these forests are starting to dry. Deserts cover 1/3 of the land's surface on planet Earth, and they're getting bigger every year. This is a land where only few can survive. Only a special few. And the challenges are becoming greater than ever. June in the Kalahari Desert, southern Africa. It's the dry season here, and thousands of elephants have started a desperate trek for food and water. Using ancient routeways handed down through the generations, all are making their way to the Okavango, a vast inland delta in the heart of the desert. At the moment, it is dry,